Alright. I'm catching up on scrims because I was out for like a week.
Hello.
I should probably join Discord voice in case somebody wants to come in. Alright, sorry. Here we go. So, the scrim happened on the 28th. And I believe this team had like a Masters player in it, and so it was like a real challenge for this team, Naptime, to kind of go against that. So there might be tilts. I don't know. Let's see. I heard they didn't do very well though.
She got every headshot like
I got the same.
I in her ping pal. You know, communication, good.
And Don's just ruthless, just blocking everyone.
Are we ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
They subbed out their plat and then they put a masters in.
Yeah.
What's the reason?
And they still have a diamond right now. Diamond.
Yeah, that's still a fun in the game. Like, it makes it fun.
Diamond is fine, but like masters is just excessive.
Let's play that ball, ACB.
Night market.
Are you good to play death ball, or would you like to play something else? What would you like me to play? Do we wanna go triple support? They're gonna run that. No, they're gonna run Widow. You need to be counter Widowing. Right now, we don't. Okay, do you want me to go Genji? Genji or Widow yourself, whichever you're more comfortable with. I like both. You tell me, because being Widow, like on this map,
can take care of the Widow better.
Yeah, try to go Genji and annoy the Widow.
I'm gonna go Genji because she clicked my head like far. I would go in this comp. I don't know. Moira can help the Genji, but I don't know.
Listen, when we go through.
I'm just gonna stay with the team. Like as long as we get ready up, we don't got to do anything.
Please, Mekay.
DCV speak.
Once we start, we're going to push straight through right onto point. Alright? Cool. That way the Widow doesn't really have any good sight lines on us to start with. I'll try and block any shots that she does throw out.
Are we going? So we're just going straight, and then
To the right.
to the right. To the right. Got it. That was what I was trying to say. As long as we have the shield up, it's good.
So I kind of watched this earlier, and I know that Dawn, you need to play really close to your tanks. Like right now, you're kind of far from your tanks. You need to make sure you play really close to them.
Genji.
Focus Genji behind.
So right now, you like.
Saria.
I know you're kind of focused on Zarya right there, but let me just go back. Like as soon as this is where you guys split from your tank.
Genji.
You just have to make sure you're almost playing Lucio like it's like an off tank, except you're not trying to take damage. You're just trying to keep your tanks, keep the enemies off your tanks, I guess is the best description here.
Saria.
Heals on Ryan.
Coming back. Front one. You're down both tanks.
Reinhardt is one.
We're down. That's a reset.
So you're still playing pretty passive with the Lucio, playing in the back a little bit. You just want to make sure that you are playing pretty close to them.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back a little bit and look at where the other people kind of died at.
Saria. Genji.
I'm coming back. We're all on point. No.
Here, Genji.
I'm coming back.
Mekay, so right here, you should not be going in with the team. You need to be picking a different path, especially since you guys know there's a Widow. Like you should probably go this way while the rest of the team goes this way. So instead, you go with the team here, and you're just kind of you're making yourself a target at that point. You want to make sure you play in the back lines, not in the front lines with the team.
Genji.
behind. Focus Genji behind.
Saria.
Heals on Ryan.
Coming back.
Say.
Ryan, one.
You're down both tanks.
Reinhardt is one.
We're down. That's a reset.
Okay, I gotcha.
Guys, regroup. What our ults looking like? We're all about 2% except for Zarya.
I got booped early on, so.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Okay, I think we need to go down main this time.
Reset.
Yeah,
We need to focus with that Lucio. He's the carry.
Yeah, careful with the widow.
Widow's top left.
I'm on Zarya right now.
Remember to watch out for
I'm
Widow's
down.
sights. Go to the right, Shield's about to burst.
Genji on
Shield's
left,
about to
Genji
burst.
on left,
3,
Genji on left.
2, 1, shield down.
I'm getting the widow. I'm flanking. Okay.
That's a reset.
Down.
You're down
Hey,
too.
why?
We gotta push right side again. We just gotta push around right. We can or go through the building the long way. We gotta go
Widow's
around.
down.
Okay,
We
no
can't
one
go through.
calls whether to stay going forward.
Yep.
Go
No.
back.
That's.
Guys, group up. Don't go in.
Yeah.
I was resetting. Sorry. I got the widow and
It's okay.
you almost said.
When they call for reset, make sure you reset. Even if you are in the back flanking, you gotta either go back or just die immediately. The time that you died is way too late. So again,
1, shield down.
like right here, Meki, that's good that you're going to the left. You just need to go there faster.
That's a reset.
So as soon as they call for that reset, you need to back up.
We gotta push right side again. We just gotta push around.
This means everyone here.
Building the long.
Everyone right here that's in here, you guys need to back up all the way to spawn. Dawn, you would just stay in spawn.
We gotta push right side again. We just gotta push around right. We can or go through the building the long way. We gotta go
Widow's
around.
down.
Okay,
We
no
can't
one
go through.
calls whether to stay going forward.
Yep.
Go
No.
back.
That's.
Guys, group up. Don't go in.
Yeah.
I was resetting. Sorry. I got the widow and
It's okay.
you almost said.
It's okay.
The Widow's gonna be back by
They're gonna activate walls soon.
Okay.
Alright, what else do we have?
have,
Alright, I'm going to try and earth shatter this fight if I
Okay.
can.
Then go main.
Alright, go
main.
right.
Go right. Turn. Go.
Follow the widow. Where's the widow?
I don't see her.
Push the point.
You guys see widow.
Lucio behind.
Lucio, watch out.
I got shattered.
Guys, run.
I got you bubbled before I died.
Saria.
Good coalescence, McNanny.
Eyes on widow.
Saria one.
Lucio.
Moira,
So right
Moira,
there,
Moira on point. Moira.
right there, Dawn. Your Rhine is still going off to Zarya. You need to make sure you're on your Rhine instead of leaving him right there.
Moira,
Even if he
Moira
does
on point.
have it,
Moira
you
on
just need to make sure you stay with him.
point. She left.
It's a Lucio.
Lucio down.
Brian's gonna be coming.
The rest of your team can handle the Moira.
Okay, widow disappeared.
Stay safe, Kenji. Stay safe. She's below you.
Widow's down main.
Alright,
I have beat for next fight.
Okay, I'm just going back to the team. I need you.
They probably have coalescence. Watch out for that.
I'm gonna beat.
Ryan's coming in.
Nice.
This was a good beat right now if you did it. If you beat it right there, and then while that coalescence is on, your team can push up forward a little bit more.
Ryan's coming in.
Nice.
Because they're essentially down a player right here, so our team can afford to leave this area right here with their coalescence if you just beat it earlier. And then Aura for us is like at full charge right now. He needs to make sure he communicates that so that you definitely, who you would be protecting would be Aura for us at this point.
The big
I'll leave
shatter.
healer and widow.
I'm on Zarya right now. Zarya.
Hold the chokes. You're doing. I still have the beat. Okay, I'm gonna beat.
Yeah, at that point when you're beating, it's a little too late.
Moira have.
You want to make sure you beat,
You
not to protect the team, but for that particular situation, you want to beat so that you guys can survive the engagement. To take down more than they already were down a player, you want to just make sure you're taking down the rest of the team at that point.
We can't.
We have to touch. I have to touch.
As soon as I get there, I'll use
So
I failed.
at this point, Don. Sorry, most of these comments are for Don. I'm gonna try and look for the other players as well. With I think that says 93, but I think by the time you get there it's like 98. You cannot afford to shoot anyone or slow down. You just have to speed boost to the point to stall. Because Oro's right is you guys have to touch.
Reinhardt is gonna shatter. Macri main?
So right there, Don, you play Lucio enough, you'll know, I think you kind of knew, right here, you can utilize this this window here. Let's see if I can pause it right at the right point. Right here, you jumped up, but you didn't go through the window. You want to make sure you just go through the window and then like peek in so you're touching the point to stall a little bit longer. So the other issue here is you guys kind of forgot to call targets. So there was, and even when you did call the targets, people weren't all on that same target. You guys got to make sure you guys keep calling targets. At this point, you should identify who the issue was, and that was definitely Widow. Unfortunately, Mecha, you weren't taking Widow down quite enough. So that Rich needs to come in and help out with that, or the tanks need to switch to a dive tank combo here. So if you guys absolutely have to take down that Widow, because that Widow's a problem in that situation, like both of these tanks need to switch to Winston Diva, right? And then maybe Rich could switch to I don't know, like anything else besides instead of Reaper, since like you guys aren't playing Death Ball anymore. And then obviously you guys, if you guys are going dive, then you need to switch out the Moira out, and potentially even the Lucio for Zen and either Ana or Mercy.
I don't think Zarya is the right call. I think Ryan Diva is, to be honest.
Okay, whichever you're more comfortable with.
I don't think I'm doing enough on Zarya in there. I'm dying too much.
Okay. Also Diva's good for McCree and
yeah, and Widow. I can.
Guys,
yeah.
we're pushing left. We're pushing left on the point.
pushing left. Okay.
I'm gonna speed
Because
us.
Lucio will just boost us up any chance he gets.
Yeah, they're gonna be
Remember,
running.
that gives Widow all the left side to set up. So we gotta watch out. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going for the Widow. Okay, they have Pharah.
So right here, Don, you gotta stick with your tanks. Your tanks are dying in the back because you need to be sticking with them on heals. As soon as they go in and they go behind that pillar, you need to be going behind the pillar with them as well. As Lucio, your main job is to peel for your tanks.
Widow's on point. She's one. Widow's one.
So right here, you're like nowhere near your tanks. ACB is going down pretty slowly. You need to not worry about attacking anybody and just keep ACB alive.
Pharah is behind.
I'm dead.
This is a reset situation here.
Guys, we can push on to D.
Get in, Lucio.
Because you guys are both at 0-0, you can afford to lose it.
Are we looking?
We've lost this.
So you called out the reset earlier. I know it didn't really look like a reset, but if you think about it, let's go back to this point here, right? their team died earlier than our team, leaving us at a 3-3 situation.
Focus this here, focus this here.
I need to go back more, right? So like right here you guys are even, but their team at this point has died earlier than us, so they'd be coming in earlier than we would be coming in. So you need to recognize that that's the case. Right here, exactly here was like 3-3, and you just killed Farah, so their team is coming in, your team is still spawning, so the reset needs to be called earlier.
Lucio?
Focus this here, focus this here. How are we looking?
We've lost this. We've lost this. We've lost this.
Come back.
They've reversed. Jump out.
Did we okay, good. Rich switched. That's a good switch, Rich, to Soldier deal with this this Farah. Don's not pressing tab quite enough, so not quite sure who is playing what the heroes are on the other team.
We can push right because they're gonna boop us.
Watch out for Lucio boop.
Lucio's low.
This Widow still is kind of like, it's just uncontested in the back.
Heals on Ryan.
Is Meke still on Genji?
Widow main.
Yep. Meke, you need to be dealing with Widow. Like, it shouldn't be Rich who's doing that at the Rich needs to stay in the front line. This is good recovery, guys. So right here you guys won the fight. This is good. You guys are pushing Rich and ACB are pushing forward, so that's good.
They're gonna go around. They're gonna go around.
We can nanoblade if you like.
Don, you need to okay, there we go. You need to press the tab more.
Nanovisor, nanoblade.
If you like.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. So right now I think the fair is probably the issue. We have good ults right now.
Yeah. Nanoblade. Nanovisor, get the para. Yeah, nanovisor. Nanovisor.
Yeah, I got this. Didn't let me climb.
Push on point.
ACB really good charges this time
No more
around.
else.
I think you've definitely improved on your charges here.
We'll play team.
They are going left side. Well, Monkey's going left side.
I think we can shatter blade now.
Alright, wait for them to push in.
Monkey's left side. Monkey's left side.
Okay, they switched. They have Genji now. They have
No
Genji now.
shield over here. They have no shield over here. We can shatter too.
We're gonna see.
Nice.
You gotta get boy.
Don't go there. Reinhardt, you're gonna get boop.
I know.
Okay.
That's why I went inside.
Genji's falling back.
Diva, come back.
Genji's on, Genji's on.
Where is he? Back up.
Okay.
Hold this bridge. Hold this one.
I need heals. I need heals.
Where is Sun? Oh, Anna was it. So. Benji has blade. I know. I don't
Make
think.
monkey wave bubble. Make monkey.
Okay, Maggie no bubble.
Fire is going left side of the point.
You
She's
guys
gonna
need
rush
to
anytime.
pay attention to the point being taken. You guys, what? I don't understand
Far one. I need help. I'm down. Lucio,
what happened
Oh,
here. You guys
Benji
were
has-
so focused.
Genji's falling back.
Diva, come back.
Genji's on, Genji's on.
Where is he?
So right here, you guys kind of started tunnel visioning and lost focus on the point.
Where is
I think as soon as I think it's gonna happen pretty soon
Benji
here.
has blade. I know. I don't
Make
think.
monkey wave bubble. Make monkey.
Okay, Maggie no bubble.
Fire is going left side of the point. She's gonna rush anytime.
So right here, you guys let them have so much. Look at this, just like barely.
I'm down. Lucio one.
You
we
guys
lost the
should have,
point.
yeah,
Reset,
you guys
reset,
should have
reset.
had that played on point there a little bit better.
Yeah, we have Nano Blade. They have nothing to stop it.
And also, if you guys played the point, there's natural cover in that point against the Pharah.
Okay, they have
Like if the
jump now.
Pharah is playing on the outside, you guys need to use that,
Even better for me.
use the point as your natural cover.
Just go east, just go
It'll
east.
protect you over shield.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, they do. They have
Go
boots.
left. ATB is right.
Left, left, left,
ATB is
left,
right.
left, 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 left. Come on, guys.
Okay, let's push. Let's go. Go.
Honestly,
There's no trap. You can go.
I don't
Nano Blade, you
think
can
we should be playing a Genji at all. And I think that we need to recognize that much earlier. So if Meke doesn't recognize that, then it's up to the rest of the team to kind of help him out. Because look at this comp here. They have a Winston, right? They've had a Winston this whole time. We should not. The only reason why we should have been playing Genji is for their Widow, which they had swapped off earlier. We need to make swaps once we are getting countered heavily. So Meki, you need to switch to anything else. Actually, you need to switch to Reaper, right? Because Reaper, what? Okay, so let's just go. It's kind of like a circle of life here, right? So, this guy swapped to Winston, assuming to deal with you, right? So if he's gonna counter you, what are you gonna do to counter him? Like, this is a game of counters. You gotta just play Reaper, and that will help. In terms of if this Genji is a problem, then Dawn needs to switch off to maybe a Zen. Right now, too, I don't think you guys are taking out their healers fast enough. So their healers need to come out, like need to come down, and then everybody else will kind of fall out of place. If you guys take out the healers and you guys are running a Reaper, these two tanks are gonna go down so fast. And like you don't even have to worry about like someone like Junkrat in this situation.
I'm moved up point.
That's okay. I think that was a lot better than any of the other ones we've played so far.
I got booped off
I'm
the
not sure
targets.
why we lost that final attack. I thought we had like a 3-man shatter and a Nano Blade.
The Genji
Yeah, I
blade
got
behind
booped
us.
off the target.
Shit.
You guys mostly lost it because you guys lost focus on the point, and you very tunneled vision on the wrong targets,
I think we should run junk.
while making you guys are essentially not effective with the comp that you're running.
I don't think they're gonna go Widow this time.
I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised. They may run goat, so I don't think we need the Genji is what I'm saying.
Good call, Oro.
Okay, not
Okay.
Yeah, that should have been called out like at the beginning of the last map.
Focus the shield. Get the shield down.
Dawn, you need to be playing next to your
They have a
tanks
Pharah.
again.
Okay.
They lost one.
This seems
Oh,
to happen
this
a
is
lot.
a weird audio glitch. The fire strikes right beside my ear, so it's all I
Hey, how high do you think this guy is?
I don't know who's in.
Lord Luke.
Did he just...
Oh, he's silver. What the heck?
Hey, because you can like restart and take a control center, right?
You need to know the number of the map. If we go Moira Lucio, we have something to pressure the Pharah since this map
Yeah.
doesn't have a high enough ceiling.
Okay.
And we can play double spam, so the Pharah is always left alone.
It's probably always a good bet if you guys don't know who they're gonna be playing is to play soldier.
Junk works perfect.
Yeah. If you, no, you can play Macri.
This is a good comp
if
here.
If we need something to deal with the Pharah, maybe Rich can go Soldier, and Soldier and Moira maybe could get,
Yeah, so
should be enough.
whichever you're more comfortable with.
But right now we should.
Skill based.
Yeah, I would imagine he would play McCree. I would imagine whoever is playing Widow would play McCree on this map.
Yeah, that was
I can
good.
play McCree, but my McCree isn't great.
Play what we have. We don't get shut down by McCree.
So just real quick, if you're gonna play Lucio in these types of comps, you're playing Lucio kind of like a Zarya, in a sense where like Zarya and Ryan take turns taking damage for each other so that the other one can rest. You kind of want to do that with Lucio, except you're not taking damage. You're essentially just like helping take pressure off of your Ryan, so your Ryan can concentrate on making space for your team.
Because we play as a team, right?
Yeah,
Like,
we'll be good. Yeah, we'll be fine.
Straightforward.
I was just saying what I think they might have.
straightforward, and then to the left. Wait, let Brian go up front.
Tracer to the left, watch out.
Shields. They have a Tracer. That Mercy is alone.
Mercy's half.
So here, what like the positioning for Dawn is your tanks are up here. Dawn, you would go over here and you would boop people into the wall here, so your tanks can essentially like get them. Plus the enemies are stuck in this corner right here. They can't leave unless they step out and go around. God, this is terrible. Sorry. You basically just want to trap the enemy team so that they're stuck in a corner and they can't get out easily without running into your own team. So like you need to play on the sides of your tanks. At this point, like your heals should be on because you guys are in an engaged fight, and obviously like Meke is like so low on his health. And let's just talk about Meke's positioning here too. As Junkrat, you don't need to play this far up, right? You can play in the back and just spam, because your job isn't to play upfront damage. Your job is to try and get a tire as soon as possible. And the only way to do that is to stay in the back, where it's protected, and you're just spamming to get any damage possible, because that's essentially what Junkrat's job is spam damage, and then also to get his tire as soon as possible. So right here, I don't see Oro. Did he die?
They have a Tracer. That Mercy is alone.
Mercy's half.
So Oro, there should not be 4 people in front of you as an off tank. You need to be playing. So like Oro should actually be where Meke is playing instead. Rich's position is great because he's a Reaper, right? So he just needs a shield break. And Oro should be playing as Zarya up front with ACB. Because right now ACB's taking a lot of damage. And if you had 2 tanks there, then it would take some pressure off of ACB.
Nice. Keep going.
They have a Torbjorn.
Don't mind me.
Dang, ACB.
Nice.
Let's get the turf.
Tracer on right.
Let's get the turf.
Their masters players to the tour. Or sorry, Jaden, the guy who's playing Widow.
He's probably Masters.
It's unfortunate that they had a Masters player in this game, considering this is like a gold plat game. So, but it sound like at least you guys weren't getting like completely rolled, so you guys are holding your ground.
They're coming up left.
You can shatter whenever.
Their shield's down.
There's a Tracer behind.
It's interesting too because they're the other team. The other team, when I was talking to them, asking them why there was a Masters player, they were saying because they didn't have an off healer, but he's not even playing off healer, so I don't understand why that decision even came about.
He's low. He's one. Nice.
Oh my god, are you serious?
So you guys like you guys have a habit of losing your position and giving up too much time. So like there should be no reason why you guys have a full team of, let's just say 5 and 6. There shouldn't be a reason why this this red is like almost full circle. If anything, like you guys need to turn around as soon as it reaches like a quarter. I'm hearing no shot calls or no target calls. So you guys need to be calling out the healers first, and then the next targets. I think the only reason why you guys are winning this is because their Masters player is kind of trolling you guys with a Torb.
No, they are not. They are main. Reinhardt, come back.
Wait, what?
Coalescence.
They're behind with shatter. We can shatter.
Lucio one. Nice.
Good. That was good.
Saria one.
Oh my gosh. You guys need to be listening for these target calls and following up on it.
Tracer behind.
Mercy behind.
Tracer low. Tracer no recall.
Tracer 1. Good job, guys.
Nice.
Good one, team.
Way better. Way
Wait.
better.
Alice, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Ah, nice. Did you run in?
Sure.
Sorry that my bubbles were so shit that game, guys.
And honestly, it like it's fine. I didn't even notice, but I don't know. Our target calling was way better than last game.
I was listening in the entire time. You guys were calling it really well.
We weren't getting shut out this
tank was
fast.
pretty enabled.
Yeah.
Who of the DPS wants to take a break? At least a map
I don't
break.
have a problem. I don't mind.
Okay. Thank you, Mick.
Thank you. You're the best.
It's just like
Nations. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Number for that.
So
Well,
we're
depends.
on
We're
def-
attacking or defense first.
Yeah, we're defense first.
Defense, I think I'll run.
Yep, this looks
Around the
pretty
Genji.
good. Yeah.
If they have a Pharah, we might want to hit.
Don, do you want to play Zan?
Okay, this looks good. Yeah, if they have a Pharah, I'll Discord and we should be fine.
You guys, the other thing is, I noticed you guys have been forgetting is, you guys need to make sure your healers are in a party together. I just realized that. Sorry, it's like 3 maps in by now, but you two need to be in a party, and then you two need to be in a party, and then the rest of you guys need to be in another party. Alright, so just make sure you guys do that next time, because trust me, once you have that set up, it's so much easier for the rest of your team to peel for the healers. Which I've also not heard any peel request either.
Don,
I'm gonna try to play so I can see you. Just call if you need bubble for Pharah.
if they run Pharah, if they do like a pharmacy, Alice, their Mercy's pretty easy to hit. I killed her.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
So I was killing her as Ana. So
Okay. Don, just let's position near each other. I can protect you. You can cover me, kind of deal.
Yep.
Really good comms by Alice. That's exactly what I want to hear from a McCree to their healers.
ECB, did you like my fireworks there?
Oh yeah, it's pretty nice, man.
Don, here, watch this, watch.
I slept you, AC. You're so dead right now.
Yeah, you know what?
Wait, what?
don't give a
shit.
Except I'm charging.
I specialize in sleeping Reinhardts. It's super easy to sleep.
What if Reiner had got a bug where like he's charged with his shield off?
Hold on.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, that was a bug at one point.
I can step in front, charge shield. Charge shield.
Nice.
Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up.
Healer.
Give him a run, bubble.
Diva.
They have a Hansen.
Good comms.
Hansen's main.
I'm shield down.
Come back. Don't push so much.
Back up, back up, back up.
Yep. Back up. Okay.
I'm 59 on ult. 60.
Okay. Nice.
Or I'll make sure you communicate that you're at full charge so that our healers can keep you up. Because as soon as you're at full charge, you become the priority to keep up as tank.
Back up a bit. Hold the choke.
So hard there.
Ryan's really low.
Back up, charge, let run, charge bear. Hide behind the quarter. Hide.
Yeah. Nice.
What's your
Yeah,
shield? What's your shield? What's your shield?
17.
Oh no.
19.
Okay.
Alright.
Nice.
Yes.
Come back. Don't push.
Winnable.
Yeah, also make sure you communicate that you just died.
Sorry.
I'm down.
Oh, that was an unfortunate charge.
Ryan's going high ground.
Fire one.
Ryan's going behind you guys. He's gonna shatter.
I see him. Nice.
We can shatter freely. We can.
Ulting?
No more ults.
That's the fight. That's the fight.
Don, you're doing a lot less tabbing lately.
We just
I've noticed. So it's kind of their fatal mistake by playing this comp here. They're playing a Pharah and a Hanzo. Both Pharah and Hanzo are distant players, so having a Moira and a Lucio is not exactly beneficial for their team comp, which is maybe why they're not winning as much, at least on this map. So the reason why is like the only people who can stay with those healers are these two, unless you play Hanzo close and have him be an upfront damage, but I don't think that's a likely case in this scenario. Honestly, like, Pharah probably needed to be the one to switch out. And this must be that Pharah that's only level 19 that they said was a smurf, but they claim it isn't. So yeah, in this case, like, if you guys were this team, I would suggest either switching Pharah or switching the Moira out, or you would switch the Lucio out with the Zen so that you keep an orb on your Pharah, or you would just switch Pharah out entirely to someone who's more upfront damage who can stay with your Moira.
we use 3.
Okay.
Don't push beyond this point.
I should be able to build grab this point. This fight.
They're probably hot dragons.
Let's try to
I
go
have
this
transfer
way.
the dragons.
Okay, let's
Para
try to
main.
go-
You got yes. Para Discord.
Stepping up front. They're going left side.
Handsome main.
They went left side.
Nice.
Hanzo dead.
Para main.
Back out.
He's one nice. Yeah,
Para Discord above the bridge. Come back. Don't push beyond the choke.
You guys are doing really good here.
Frost?
I'm back out. I'm out. Let's build support ults.
Let's go, let's do this.
They have Barrage and Mercy ult for this one.
As a Barrage would, your Zen ult would definitely need to be saved for Barrage, knowing that.
You have tire.
Oh, at least my stun.
Okay. Looking for grab.
I think
Yeah,
Para is going for
ACB.
the flank.
I'm gonna just take a look at this positioning here. You're at a position where your team is kind of playing. If you use natural cover, where your team is playing is perfect because they have this natural cover from right here. So all you have to do is, you see how you're positioning your shield is extending this out, but honestly, because where your team is standing, let's just say this is a safe area for them, right? Because they are standing behind this wall. So your shield really needs to be facing this way instead of this way. So right now, because you're putting your shield up this way, your shield is taking damage in this area right here. But if you switched your shield position to this way, anytime they hit you, there's a chance they're gonna hit your shield, but there's also a better chance that they aren't gonna hit your shield because of the way it's positioned. So like projectiles or whatever damage is going this way, and it's less chance for your shield to be taking damage. But when you put your shield up where it's at right now, you're definitely like 100% going to take damage.
I think Farah is going for the flank.
So that's just
Yeah.
natural coverage,
cover.
like training there.
Grabbing in 3, 2, 1.
Farah is main. Farah is main.
Okay, yeah.
Nice.
Very good.
Farah Discord. You can punish here. Nice. Let's reset.
That's huge, guys.
Such a big difference when that Masters player isn't playing, huh?
I have nano.
We can just
Okay, this is the last fight.
Okay, let's use the Deadeye and then Nanosalia.
They're gonna grab dragon.
Farah Discord main.
As long as we save trance and nade for it, we can be
Yeah,
fine.
save chance and save name.
Ooh, thank you, thank you.
I don't have bubble for you. I used bubble.
Oh, they just
There's dragons.
Just use dragons?
That's where your thing should have came in.
Sorry, I was doing nothing.
0 target calling, guys. Yeah. Your trans needed to come in during that dragon.
Nanosalia
Bubble for you.
main.
Like as soon as this dragon came out, you needed to trans and go to the team.
Thank you, thank you.
I don't have bubble for you. I used bubble.
Oh, they just
There's dragons.
This is a good dragon on their part,
Nanosalia,
though.
Nanosalia.
Pushing on me. They couldn't have built grab in that time. They're sorry I was doing nothing.
Luckily, they didn't need grab though.
Oh, I got stunned as I was about to shoot.
Reset.
We need to nano faster.
They take point. They took point. Back up.
Okay, we should not have used
For a
that
long
many.
That was still pretty good though. That was a really good hole for the most part.
Yeah.
Back out.
Hold the corner. Hold the corner.
Okay, yep,
This corner.
awareness kicking in.
This corner. We hold this corner. They don't have barrage. I can't see you, Junkrat.
So they're going back to like their team. When we were talking about the enemy team comp, I'm gonna see if he presses tab at all. But the enemy team comp has not changed, so they're still running Farah and Hanzo. We probably shouldn't play Junkrat because they aren't playing in a team where it requires them to be grouped up. So your spam damage is only really benefiting a team because it's spamming into like 2 ground heroes. Ideally, like you guys need to recognize switching out of your comps faster, Becky, and that might be your. I think that's already on your assignment, but I definitely want you to work on that more. And I know you're not comfortable with playing other heroes, but you need to start getting comfortable playing other heroes because Junkrat is not the hero to play in this situation when you've got 3. The other team's got like 3 heroes that aren't going to be taking any damage at all from Junk. What you guys need to do is Rich is already on. Or not Rich, Alice. Alice is on McCree still, so you need to go soldier because that's 2 chances of taking down Farah, especially a pharmacy. So pharmacies are kind of harder to hit, but if you guys have 2 hit scans, you can take it down so much faster. That helps your team a lot.
Ryan's trying to drop down for a shatter.
He doesn't have shatter.
Alice, you need to play a lot safer as a McCree.
Regroup. We can still contest. Die now. We can still regroup and go in. What's not working? Who needs to swap?
Switch to soldier.
John, I cannot believe you stayed alive for that long.
Pharmacy's coming in. Pharmacy's trying to come inside.
We're stacked or in suit for her.
Yeah, just regroup.
Go, come right.
Oh, it was Rich. I thought it was Mecha playing, but yeah, Rich, you gotta switch to, you guys both need to be Soldier McCree. So kind of surprised though, because Rich, you're pretty good at switching off the heroes, so I'm a little surprised that you stuck on Junkrat for as long as you did, because you thought that you guys were doing pretty good.
Let's use the tire now.
Ooh, that is frame rate issues.
Another ring.
Dang, look at that charge, Oro. You gotta make sure you keep that, you gotta make sure you keep the team informed about that.
I got two. Don't worry. We're fine.
Oh my gosh, this frame rate. Really good, but you guys just won this fight. You guys can afford to push forward a little bit. So the positioning here, like, you guys just won that fight. Let me go back a little bit. Alice's position needs to be switched. Alice needs to play up here on the roof, and then your tanks, Oro and ACB, you guys play like peek out this way, or even play this choke here. Well, not this choke, sorry. Play right here. Whoa, it's huge. Play this corner right here. Alice and Alice and Anna? No, Alice and Zen can play up here. Or at least Alice just plays up here and Zen and Anna on the cart, because that way, as soon as Alice sees if their enemy team is going this way, he can call it out, and then the two tanks that are over here can shift back over and play this side, and then vice versa, right? So like if Orofrost and ACB are playing this corner here, they can see if somebody's coming this way, then they can call for it, and then Alice can rotate, and anybody else can rotate as well. So you guys just make sure you want to like position yourself so that you can see what the enemy team is going to be up to for their engagement without being in danger of getting killed either. So you want to make sure you just call it out and then run back to your team as soon as possible.
I have trans. I still have trans. Richard, can you hold here?
Save your chance for the crowd.
Thank you.
Because that's the only way they win this fight.
They don't have anything to stop grab. They have nothing to stop grab. Do we have any combo to grab? No.
Ooh. Oh man. I might have to switch over to Oro's. I don't know if he actually recorded it, so never mind. Where's your... Okay, luckily they didn't use anything with that grab. Oh my gosh, what is happening in this frame rate? I'm gonna see if Oro has the same one. I don't think this is the same day though. Yeah, it wasn't the same day. We'll just have to deal with it, unfortunately. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Holy moly. Is the rest of the video like this? So you guys won that. Oh my god, this is insane. I'm assuming you guys... Oh. I don't know if I can review the rest of this video. I'll fast forward and see if it's like this the whole time. Oh my lord, okay. Yeah. I'll review a different video. Let's see. This is technically a different team. What? Oh my god, is it my computer? Oh my gosh, it might be my computer. What? Sorry guys, we're taking a detour. Oh my god, it is my computer. Alright. We'll pause this for now.